I want to first start off by thanking everyone who watched my fashion lookbook because that made me feel so confident, and I was just really happy with the comments, and it was like encouraging me to get back into YouTube, which I feel like I'm doing now, and I'm making more videos and making more content, and I really appreciate all the love. So today I want to talk about body hair and body positivity, and I was recently in Mallorca, which is a small island on the coast of Spain. Being there inspired these little shells in my hair, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to look. She's giving you mermaid realness. Okay, so I'm going to talk really candidly. When I was in Mallorca, I just like noticed when I go to beaches that I'm often the only girl who has openly visible pubic hair. And a lot of people ask me, how do you have confidence to have body hair showing in public? And I want to talk about it. So I first want to start by saying that I feel like there's more interest in women being natural or embracing their natural body hair. But with that being said, I feel like the narrative of whose body types we see is often very white and thin and like, I don't know, it's kind of like a little bit of hair. And that does not fit a lot of people. Doesn't fit me per se. So I have kinky hair on my head, I have kinky body hair, and I just noticed how much of a stark difference that my look is versus what I see in media and what I just see generally like at the beach. Ultimately, I think you should be able to do whatever you want with your body, and you should be able to feel confident in your skin regardless of what kind of skin you have. I think generally speaking, when you go to the beach, most people are pretty insecure about their body and how they look because, you know, wearing a bathing suit is just, I don't know, it's, you know what I mean? It's very exposing. So I think typically most people are already insecure just because we feed this like narrative from the media that like you should have to have like all these things to feel beautiful in your skin, which is not true at all. You don't need an expensive bathing suit, you don't need a bikini wax, you don't need any of that. You just need to be able to feel comfortable in your own skin. So off the bat, I think there is like kind of a fear when it comes to just wearing bathing suits and going to the beach and having your skin exposed, or even choosing to cover up skin. Like I feel like also women who don't want to wear bathing suits, or people who don't want to wear bathing suits, are often pressured into like having to expose themselves, you know, like think of like the bikini ban and stuff like this. So I think the one thing I always remember when I go to public spaces is that everybody feels in some ways insecure and uncomfortable in their bodies generally. So whenever I feel really insecure, I remember like it's normal to feel really insecure because there's like so much money funding into me being insecure in my skin. And I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes when I go to bathe, like a pool party or a beach, I do feel like in the beginning a bit insecure because I'm like, I don't know how people are gonna respond. I don't know if people are gonna stare. I don't know what they're thinking. I hope they don't think this and that. But then I just like remind myself that like, this is your choice. You've chosen this for yourself and no one's chosen that for you. You know, I have chosen to leave my body as it is. And I think that's the beauty in all of it, is that it's a choice. You can choose to show your body. You can choose to not show your body. You can choose to have hair and not choose to have hair. And the problem to me comes when it's expected. Like, I think it's wild to me how much you don't see women who have pubic hair showing in bikinis because of the expectation that it's not good to do that, or it's not clean to do that, or you're unhygienic, all these like phrases. And I think that's really weird that so many people do it because of the expectation. And it doesn't go well with a lot of people's body types. Some people get ingrown hair very quickly. Some people, when they shave, you know what I mean? Some people, it hurts to shave. Some people, it hurts to wax. And I remember when I was shaving and I was waxing and I was doing all that stuff, I still felt insecure because if a little bit of hair grew, I would get so worried that everyone would be looking at all my hair. You know, so I think there's always this kind of shame when it comes to like your bikini area and like what it's supposed to look like. And I think ultimately you have to decide that you're happy with yourself before others will decide if they're happy with you. You know, so I always remind myself like, I'm happy with this decision. This is who I am and I'm living in my truth. And that's all I can say for you. I can't change it. I can't change what I like. I can't change who I am. I'm not gonna alter myself. And then sometimes people say things like, why don't you just shave the parts that are visible? But I feel like change doesn't happen by us just conforming. Like, ultimately, I would love to live in a world where people can wear a bikini, you know, go topless, have hair, not have hair, different body types. I would love to see that represented. And the only way that that's gonna be represented is if you're representing it. So like, I will not change these body parts in me, because it's also very political to say like, we should be very cool with seeing different kinds of bodies, yo, on different kinds of people. I'm a different kind of girl, so I have a different kind of look. You know, I feel like a fucking rapper right now, but like, we should be cool with like whatever someone feels comfortable in. And I think that's the thing I aim for. When I'm swimming, I'm aiming for comfort. I'm like, what makes me feel the most comfortable? And being in myself and being able to like take off my clothes and jump in water and come back and lay in the sun and like roll in the sand, all of that fits my lifestyle. So that's how I live. And I also want to like bring attention to the fact that like a lot of times when you do have body hair, surprisingly you will be like really sexualized, because like that's also a thing. And I think this is so stupid, because why are you sexualizing something that is supernatural? Like, it's not even, you know, I don't have to import the fucking pubic hair, it grows. And I think it's also really problematic to assume that having that means you are wanting a certain kind of sexual energy from someone and you want someone to comment on it. Like, I just want to live my life. And I'm just showing the many ways to live your life. I'm not trying to tell you that one way is better than the other. I'm just saying this is how I live out here in these streets, you know, like, but I know you can't help how people interpret you. But I think it just feels good to be confident and to know that this is a decision you've made for yourself. I feel like kind of getting myself in that mentality of knowing I chose this for myself. I want to be this kind of person. I've made a decision. Then like slowly you will be confident in that. It's kind of also with my hair. Like when my hair is freeform locks, my hair naturally grows like this. And when I decided to let my hair grow like this, I just started to feel more confident that like, this is something I chose for myself. This will make me a different kind of person because I'm living in my own truth. I'm living in the things that I choose for me. And no one can take that from me. And no one can take that from you when you find that for yourself. So ultimately, I'm here for all types of body types in bikinis. I'm here for hair and no hair, thick body, thin body, whatever makes you feel comfortable engaging with nature, I'm 100% for. But I don't feel like we should have expectations of what people want to do in their own body. So that's how I feel confident in the beach. I just tell myself, you made a choice and your confidence should come from the fact that you're living in your fucking truth. And like a lot of people don't get to do that for many circumstances. And it's a privilege to have options, yo. Like it's really a privilege. So that's how I feel confident in the beach with my body hair. I hope that's helpful for you guys. I don't know if this video is short or not. Like I feel like I spoke very clearly, but I also want to say, time out, reverse. I also want to say, I want to see more representation of dark, kinky, nappy body hair. Why is all of it so thin and light hair? Like I'm naturally actually not even that hairy of a person. I want to see girls hairier than me, repping and living in their truth and like being comfortable with themselves. That's super inspiring. So I really love the people who support my work and like and I click on y'all's pages and I see y'all living in your truth and it's like really beautiful. So thanks again. Have a good day. Cheers.
It was a bright summer's day. She wanted to run away to a place where the birds sing and